To next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store
between the Washington football team
and the New Orleans Saints. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Whistles and a flag down. And I believe we'll start the night with a 1st and 15. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
6 brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle.
He was brought down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Looking long for Thomas. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 51 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead.
If there were any concerns about the elbow for Big Ben, I think the evidence there shows us that he's just fine.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10
at their own 27. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
The tackle made at the
a nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Play action. Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 64 yards.
And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Kamara. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 8-yard line.
They go play action now. Haskins. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Marcus Davenport able to get him for a loss of about 3. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Haskins. And they work this out past the 25. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the 1st.
1st down, Washington.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 27-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there. 1st down.
1st down, Washington.
7-7, our score after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's got enough for the 1st across midfield to the 48. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On play action, Haskins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Room here to run. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. There are times on carries like that where he looks a little bit older than his rookie status.
How many times have we talked when we've gone out to dinner about how precocious these youngsters are? They come into the NFL now. They play at a higher level at a younger age. The stars aren't quite in their eyes as much as they used to be, huh?
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Washington.
On first down, Gibson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And Washington has taken the lead.
Hopkins on for the extra point.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Kamara's got the first down and then some. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
3-yard line.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room,
touchdown, New Orleans! Alvin Kamara, 36 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the 1st. And they also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having a pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now. But if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 3rd and 2, now Roethlisberger, buying time to his left. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the 1st down at the 1-yard line, though. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the 1st down at the 1-yard line, though. Here we go with Kamara. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints have moved out in front. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
21, Washington 14.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 17-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Slings this deep for McLaurin. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 83 yards.
And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On the ground, Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup, 1st down, New Orleans.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup. They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
At the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. That is incomplete.
Roethlisberger on the keeper. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
A 48-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Washington.
On 1st down, Gibson. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
At the 16-yard line.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the column? And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And Washington has retaken the lead.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes this Washington 28, Saints 24.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
Their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Incomplete.
Roethlisberger on the keeper.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
And 6 yards to go.
Now Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Roethlisberger's pass intended for.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And that is incomplete. That close on 3rd down. I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
He was tackled.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Washington.
Off the play fake. Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Throwing again. Haskins. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get...
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Fielded in the end zone, and we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now it's Roethlisberger. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Again, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Makes it 3rd.
The busy night continues for Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. That's complete right around the 8. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Dancing to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints are back within a score.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Washington 35, Saints 30.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. A fairly short kick from the 14. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
2nd and 11.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now it's Haskins. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They're going on fourth down. It's Roethlisberger. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. So they file for the exits here in silence. And what a job to come in on the road, divisional round of the playoffs, and you get to end it by going down to a knee.
Now their confidence has to be at an extreme high. That's 2 weeks in a row they've gone on the road and gotten it done. They don't care where they go. From here on out, they think they can beat anyone.
That's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without 2. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha matcha with a rockin' black clothes. Whippin' around that Batmobile, duckin' 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, lil' bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
Going up, a champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. Shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, go ahead, touch down like that. Go ahead, touch down like that. Go ahead, touch down like that. Go ahead.
just like a transport. And I ain't never seen something so round. How round? Round like a planet in orbit. Round like a b-ball. 23 Jordan. Dunking on default. Automatic forces attract me to females. I look this gorgeous. How did you even come in existence? Hey, or did you just appear out in an instance? You got me all driven, revving my pistons. I wonder if she like the stick shift. Ay, count her 4 and make a wish. I wish that shorty keep it lit. Cause if I shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard, gotta sound a light switch. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Ay, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like
work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work the middle, 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 work that, work that.
Flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. That's a flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. Flag on the play. Hold up. That's a flag on the play. Let's go. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped a tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. Let's go. I just took off with that rock, just like Tyreek Hill. I just count 100 racks, that's a whole field. He don't want no championship, get him out of here. I just gotta set like I run up in the backfield. I just gotta set like I ran up on a quarterback. Shake and bake, make a play. We ain't worrying about no formers, we ain't staying there. Running off the block, yeah, I'm something like a linebacker. I got juice like a Fanta, how you like it? How you like it? I'm on purple, I'm on yellow, like a Viking. Like a Viking. All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, 6 range, just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. Let's go. I'm in the field like a panther, I done up the standards. Like Michael Vick in Atlanta when it's time to scramble. Neck full of water, call me Black Bridgewater. Lamar Jackson, how I throw them Ravens cross the border. Hold up. You know I'm a touchdown with the sack. Run up the whole like a running back on the play. Intercept the pack like a safety, you boys ain't shake the play. That's a flag on the play. Let's go. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. Let's go.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Hey, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs. Way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich, then went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Me being so bummy and being so I did just let it go miss. Hush you emergency mix. Met her at one of the functions, we call her the rhythm, she called up a friend that kicked
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I did it? Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Kick it. Flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? So I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive to do what I does. Need a light here to catch my buzz. Need a sprite here to catch my buzz. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a kicker? That's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
The playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Washington football team and the Green Bay Packers. Two teams fighting for one berth in Super Bowl 55 in Tampa. Let's do it. It's NFC Championship time. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. He'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now it's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield. Everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Flushed out right. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
This crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year. It's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They go play action with Haskins. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Quez Watkins there to make the grab. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. After the penalty, it's Jones. Big hold to the 30. And finally down at the 41-yard line. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He'll let this go deep for Lazard. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Packers. Alan Lazard, 59 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And I tell you from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's eye view of that throw, and it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Play action. Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Here's Haskins. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 41. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Brings up 4th down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. They go play action now. Haskins, he'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they made
it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26.
Christian save. Haskins pass. Intercepted. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4.
7-7, our score after 1.
35-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
A gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Throwing is Rodgers. And Jones has it over the middle. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here. But instead, they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. A gain of 4 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. On play action, Rodgers. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. Allen Lazard. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
The score, Packers 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their own. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
At the 14-yard line.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They'll run it with Jones. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Field goal, a 23-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
I'm going to switch teams. Step your game up.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time.
Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship.
And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53.
On 2nd down and 4, Rodgers. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So that one will be accepted. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away.
Greg Stroman back deep for Washington.
And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Their own 27-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On play action, Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. he's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Now Jones. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Now on second and 16. Rodgers stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there, getting him the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. This is caught inside the 15. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. Come on now. Big yardage that time for Washington. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Haskins to throw. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
That one is slant to McLaurin. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And Washington has made this a one-score game.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Scrimmage left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Looking deep for Adams. And got his man complete. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Being chased out left. It's caught. Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams. There to make the grab. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Kenny Clark able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Forced out to his left. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting.
And the second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones taking it in. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Washington
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Flushed out right. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now at Lambeau.
It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Off play action. Haskins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Rodgers now on 1st down.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Jonathan Allen, his 2nd sack of the night. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. A good positive play there, 9 yards, but still 3rd and long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, When they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And 9 at the 40-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he'll let this go deep. And this is caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Allen Lazard saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Packers add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their backs really against the wall now. And we knew how tough it would be for
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10.
Right at the 30. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. Oh, he breaks another. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 9 good yards there on the run, and now third down.
A gain of 9 brings up third down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jones. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll go again to Jones. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Could have gone with a ground game there. Opted for the quick pass. Well, I don't know that it would have mattered, Charles, but it didn't work out.
In a lot of these offenses, yards after catch are built in without explicitly saying it. In this case, he didn't make anyone miss out on the perimeter. Got tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
And brings up 4th down. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll set them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Looking to throw, Haskins. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty. So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
It's got to be beyond tough, because finding a way to steel yourself, make that resolve to come back and do it again, because it took a lot of work just to get to this point. It's going to be a difficult offseason for them. Let's see how they bounce back.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.